Imagine walking into court expecting to defend yourself, only to end up in handcuffs before the day is over. That's exactly what just happened to Aaron Phypers, the ex-husband of Hollywood actress Denise Richards. In a moment no one saw coming, he was suddenly arrested right in the middle of a Los Angeles courtroom, shocking everyone in attendance. But this wasn't just any arrest. It came during a restraining order hearing filed by Denise herself. Just hours earlier, prosecutors had issued a felony warrant against him, and before the hearing could even finish, Aaron was being led out of court by deputies. The accusations against him are explosive, the timing is suspicious, and the details, downright disturbing. From claims of repeated abuse to shocking denials, this case has turned into a real-life Hollywood courtroom thriller. So how did a marriage that once looked picture-perfect spiral into criminal charges, concussions, and public humiliation? Let's start from the moment everything came crashing down. It was supposed to be a routine hearing, a quiet moment in a long and messy legal battle between Denise Richards and her estranged husband, Aaron Phypers. But instead, the courtroom turned into a scene straight out of a Hollywood movie. On October 17th in Los Angeles, Aaron Phypers, known for his marriage to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, was suddenly taken into custody right there in court. Witnesses say it happened during a short recess, just after a heated exchange between attorneys. Within minutes, deputies entered the room, approached Aaron, and escorted him out in handcuffs. No one saw it coming, not even his lawyer. Just a day earlier, the state of California had filed a felony warrant against him, tied to an 8-page criminal complaint. It accused Fipers of serious offenses, and the timing couldn't have been worse. He was already sitting through a restraining order hearing brought by Denise, and now he was being arrested in connection to 4 new criminal charges. Moments later, the courtroom buzzed with confusion. Even the judge paused the proceedings as the news spread through the courthouse halls. What began as a civil restraining order dispute had suddenly turned criminal. Aaron was booked into the Lost Hills Sheriff's Station near Malibu that evening, and by 5 p.m., he was officially in custody. But the surprise didn't end there. Just hours later, he posted a $200,000 bail and was released back into the world, silent, shaken, and still facing a firestorm of allegations. But what exactly led to his arrest? And what's hidden inside that mysterious 8-page complaint? The answer takes us back 2 years, to the alleged incidents that started it all. The arrest didn't come out of nowhere. It was the result of months of quiet investigation and a felony warrant issued just 1 day earlier. On October 16th, prosecutors in California filed an 8-page criminal complaint against Aaron Phypers, accusing him of 4 serious offenses. According to official court records, the charges include 2 counts of injuring a spouse or partner, and 2 counts of dissuading a witness through force or threat. In plain terms, that means the state believes Aaron not only hurt someone close to him, allegedly Denise, but also tried to pressure or intimidate witnesses connected to the case. The complaint lays out a disturbing timeline: 3 alleged incidents in January 2022 and another in May 2022. Those dates match moments Denise has previously described as some of the darkest points in their marriage. Aaron's attorney, Michael Finley, quickly pushed back, saying the accusations are the same claims we've been fighting in the domestic violence case and proving to be false. Finley insists the new criminal charges are simply a repeat of old allegations and says Aaron is confident they'll be proven false in court, but prosecutors don't file felony warrants on a whim. For them to move forward with such serious charges, something must have convinced them that this case deserved another look. Whether it's new evidence, witness statements, or unseen recordings, the truth behind what triggered the arrest is still unfolding. And while Aaron's team says they're ready to fight back, the details of Denise's testimony paint a chilling picture, one that's hard for the public to ignore. When Denise Richards took the stand earlier this month, the courtroom went silent. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum didn't hold back, and what she described left even seasoned court reporters stunned. In a tearful testimony, Denise claimed that during her 6-year marriage to Aaron Phypers, she suffered repeated physical abuse, including 3 separate concussions. Each, she said, was caused by Aaron's violent outbursts. She told the court about one incident on January 17, 2022, saying Aaron allegedly slammed her against a concrete wall in the carport of his wellness center, hitting her head so hard it left her with a black eye. Another alleged assault happened between March and May 2022, where Denise says she felt dizzy and sick for days afterward. Symptoms she later learned were caused by another concussion. But the most chilling story came from an alleged confrontation in April 2025 at a Chicago hotel. Denise said Aaron grabbed her head with both hands and squeezed so hard she thought her skull would crack. She described the moment saying, "It felt like he was crushing my skull." She claimed she only discovered the full extent of her injuries because Aaron allegedly used equipment from his wellness center to check her after she complained of nausea and headaches. That equipment, she said, revealed signs of multiple concussions. Through tears, Denise also testified that Aaron would often threaten to throw her through windows or off hotel balconies, saying, "He's almost killed me so many damn times." Her words hit like a punch, emotional, graphic, and deeply unsettling. The courtroom was quiet, the tension heavy. But while Denise's story drew sympathy from many, Aaron's version of events would soon turn everything on its head. When it was Aaron Phypers' turn to testify, the mood in the courtroom shifted. Calm, composed, and defiant, he denied every single accusation that Denise Richards had made against him. "I never physically harmed Denise Richards. I never threatened to harm her. I did not threaten to kill anybody," he said firmly from the witness stand. For Aaron, the entire narrative painted by his ex-wife was a complete fabrication, a story designed, he claimed, to destroy his name and reputation. Fipers suggested that Denise's version of events was exaggerated and fueled by anger from their crumbling marriage. He even questioned the credibility of her witnesses, including a neighbor and his own cousin, calling their testimony made up. According to him, a lot of people like to be close to the stars. They'll do things for them. His lawyer, Michael Finley, doubled down on that message outside the courtroom, telling reporters that the criminal charges were nothing new. He insisted they were the same accusations already being fought in Denise's domestic violence case, and that the evidence would prove Denise's claims false. Aaron also flatly denied that he ever used equipment from his Malibu Wellness Center to examine Denise for concussions, calling that story completely untrue. He said there was no medical proof that she was injured, and that the claims about his supposed violent temper were fantasy, not fact. To Aaron, this was a war for his reputation, and he's betting everything on clearing his name. But while he continues to deny every charge, the controversy surrounding his wellness center and the strange claims about how Denise discovered her concussions is keeping everyone talking. At the center of Denise Richards' story is one place, Aaron Phypers' Wellness Center in Malibu. On the surface, it's marketed as a high-end holistic clinic where clients come for relaxation and frequency healing. But according to Denise, it was also where some of her most terrifying moments were hidden. During her testimony, Denise claimed that after suffering headaches, dizziness, and nausea following violent fights, Aaron would insist on using his medical equipment at the center to check her condition. That's when, she says, he discovered multiple concussions, injuries that she now believes were caused by him. It's an unsettling detail. The same man accused of harming her allegedly using his own devices to measure the damage. She testified that Aaron would hook her up to specialized equipment, show her results on the screen, and then tell her she was fine, brushing off the possibility that she was seriously hurt. For Denise, that wasn't just manipulation, it was control. It made her feel trapped, like the man responsible for her pain was also the gatekeeper of her recovery. Aaron's camp, of course, has denied all of it. His lawyer says there's no legitimate evidence to support the claim that Aaron ever examined Denise at his facility or discovered any concussions. They argue it's a fabricated story meant to add drama to her restraining order and inflame public sympathy. Still, the allegations have left fans stunned, and the wellness center itself under intense scrutiny. Once a quiet luxury business, It's now a key setting in one of Hollywood's most talked-about domestic scandals. And as the online world tries to separate fact from rumor, the court of public opinion has already begun taking sides, loudly. The moment news broke that Aaron Phypers had been arrested in court, social media erupted. Within hours, Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers were trending across X and Instagram, with fans and followers splitting into two fierce camps. On one side were those standing firmly with Denise, many calling her testimony brave and heartbreaking. They flooded her recent posts with comments like, "We believe you, Denise, and no one deserves that kind of pain." The hashtag, "To Justice for Denise," quickly gained traction, spreading through Bravo fan pages and celebrity gossip accounts alike. But on the other side, supporters of Aaron, or those skeptical of celebrity trials, claimed the entire case felt like a media ambush. Some argued that Denise's claims were too dramatic, while others pointed out that no physical evidence had been released publicly. Soon counter tags like "Free Aaron" and "Hollywood Setup" began popping up across social platforms. As usual, the internet turned the case into a full-blown spectacle. Clips from court testimony, edited soundbites, and speculative TikToks began circulating, some painting Denise as a survivor, others casting Aaron as a man trapped in a PR nightmare. Even fellow celebrities weighed in. A few of Denise's former Real Housewives castmates posted subtle words of support, while others kept their distance, wary of fueling the growing chaos. What's clear is that this story isn't just about two people anymore. It's become a cultural flashpoint about fame, credibility, and what happens when Hollywood's private wars spill into public view. And as the noise online gets louder, the real battle, inside the courtroom, is only heating up. With the chaos of his courtroom arrest still fresh, Aaron Phypers now faces an uphill legal battle that could define the rest of his life. As of now, he's out on $200,000 bail, but the charges against him are anything but small. 4 felony counts, each carrying serious consequences, and a public narrative already stacked against him. The court has extended Denise Richards' temporary restraining order until November 7th, giving her continued protection while the criminal case moves forward. That hearing could be the moment where new evidence, or contradictions, come to light. Both legal teams are reportedly preparing for a fight that could stretch into 2026. If the charges hold, Aaron could face years behind bars. But if his defense manages to dismantle the accusations, it could be a stunning turnaround, the kind Hollywood loves to dramatize. His lawyer has already hinted at inconsistencies in Denise's testimony, promising to reveal proof that her allegations don't line up. Meanwhile, Denise remains quiet publicly, focusing on her children and career, while supporters say she's determined to see this through. Insiders. Close to her claim, she's finally ready to tell the full story, something she's allegedly held back for years. Industry. Insiders say the stakes couldn't be higher. Denise is a veteran actress with a loyal fan base, while Aaron's reputation, tied to both Hollywood and the wellness world, could crumble overnight depending on what happens next. The next court date could decide more than guilt or innocence. It could determine who the public believes, and whose story becomes the lasting version of truth. Because in Hollywood, sometimes the verdict that matters most isn't given by a judge. It's delivered by the audience. From red carpets to courtrooms, the fall of Denise Richards and Aaron. Phypers' relationship has become one of Hollywood's most shocking modern dramas. What started as a glamorous marriage between an actress and her wellness expert husband has spiraled into felony charges, restraining orders, and explosive courtroom confessions. Now, the world is left wondering who's telling the truth. Denise's testimony is emotional, detailed, and devastating. Aaron's defense is fierce, confident, and flatly denies everything. Somewhere between those two stories lies the version of truth that only time, and the courts, can uncover. But beyond the headlines and viral hashtags, this case is a haunting reminder of how quickly fame can turn into a spotlight of scrutiny. In Hollywood, image is everything, and once that image cracks, the world rarely looks away. So what do you think? Is Aaron Phypers the victim of false accusations, Or is Denise Richards finally exposing a dark truth hidden behind closed doors? Share your thoughts in the comments, because this story is far from over. And if you want to stay updated on what happens when this case returns to court, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. The next chapter in this Hollywood courtroom saga might just change everything.